Question 1. How does your product use or challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? My magazine fits with the cultural expectations of my target audience. Teenagers' culture nowadays consists of music, drama, fashion, and mainly social media. Almost every teenager is on social media, and my magazine is offering them advice on how to better their lives through their teenage years. I think I'm mainly sticking with the conventions of the other magazines like mine, but I'm being different because my magazine doesn't focus on just the female audience. I wanted my magazine to be different in the target audience aspect because almost every lifestyle magazine seems to be targeted at women, and mine is not focused on any specific gender. I have a lot of competition in the lifestyle genre of magazines, but I think mine sticks out because the target audience is teens and it focuses more on mental health. My target audience is teens, tend to have mental health issues, so my magazine is targeted toward them to help them feel normal and not isolated from the world. Question 2. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My magazine appeals to my target audience psychographic profile because most teens enjoy the things that I included in my magazine, like social media, skincare, and trends. They are picking up my magazine because it is very relatable to other teens, and they will keep buying it because after reading the first issue, they will be so drawn to it. Once they get a little taste of my magazine, they will keep wanting to read because all of the content is interested in teens, and my house style is also geared more toward teens. My magazine will be online and physical copies. They would be sold in teen clothing stores and all the stores that teens like to shop at. They will also be in grocery stores where all the other magazines are sold too. I will have subscriptions too, where people can have them shipped to their house monthly or be able to read it online monthly. Question 3. How did your production skills develop through this project? After the process of making my magazine, my photography skills have improved. My photographs fit conventions. I think they are pretty basic but pleasing to the eye. They are appealing to my audience because they correlate with the topics in my magazine, and they have props related to it too that teens would like. Learning about the different angles and ways to frame an object in an image was a fun journey, and I expect to use that in future with school projects or photography just for fun. I have also improved at graphic design. After learning how to use tools online, I now know how to put my visions to life with the graphic design. My magazine turned out exactly how I imagined thanks to Lucid Press's easy graphic design features. The format for my critical reflection made me more productive because it helps me with exactly what information I need to include. Question 4. How did you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? I integrated cameras and many editing websites in the magazine process. I used a camera for every image I took. I also used all of the props for my images. I chose each specific prop that related to each image that I wanted so that it conveyed exactly what I wanted it to. I learned how to better use a nice camera throughout the process. I also used layout editing websites like Lucid Press that helps me design the layout of my magazines. These were relatively easy to use, and I relied on them a lot. I used photo editing software called Pixlr that was super fun and interesting to mess around with all the features. I plan to use Pixlr to edit other photos in the future. I also used WordPress to create my blog. I never really knew how blogs worked until I started using WordPress, and it was overall a very good experience and helped me step out of my comfort zone. Question 5. How were particular technical challenges overcome? What new understanding was gained at key points in the process? And is the final product successful? According to what criteria? In conclusion, I had a hard time coming up with a title, but I decided to look up synonyms and meanings, and I ended up choosing flourish because I interpret it as growing up, and that is what the teens that read my magazine are going through. Particular technical challenges were overcome. For example, running out of camera storage was solved by removing the pictures I wasn't going to use. Also, in particular, I realized that you can't undo edits after you save an image. To solve this problem, I wrote down every step for each image so that I could redo it and change one thing if I had to. I understood simple things like which page number the table of contents is, and that the cover image correlates with the feature article. I also learned more complex things like how to do certain things with graphic design and photo editing. I believe that the final product was successful on the criteria, but I am very proud of it.